Hi, it's Leslie, Sister Wives. And Cody is still on this pathetic attempt to get Janelle back into his life. Janelle has basically moved on. She's realizing, it's kind of nice out there without him, out in the real world. But anyway, Janelle now has her own apartment, and this is not the apartment she lived in with Cody, a brand spanking new one, perfect for her and her daughter, Savannah. But Cody is starting to feel the rejection. Oh, so sweet.
I don't know how to define the relationship, but I feel pathetically that she commonly rejects me. Do you want to reconcile? Not really. It's almost that simple.
Yep, once you get a taste of that freedom, it's like, oh my God, it tastes good out here. I wouldn't want to go back to that. But anyway, Janelle's starting to feel that real taste of freedom and living her own life. And there's poor pathetic Cody. And this is such a pathetic attempt to get her back. There's no tears shed. There's no heartfelt emotion. There's nothing. It's just like the words. And it's like, I need to get you back in so my life can continue on. And Janelle's hip to that whole deal. And Cody even admits it.
Neither of us are that interested. Like, I'm trying to be interested in it. I'm trying to talk about reconciliation. I can't tell if the reason that I'm kind of being shy about it is because she's constantly saying, well, I don't want to reconcile. Or if I'm just kind of happy about her not wanting to reconcile.
Basically, when you have to fake something, people know it. And Janelle is so aware of the fact that Cody doesn't feel it. He's just trying to do what he's trying to do because he just wants to keep his nice little life together the way it was.
I think if he was dying to get back with me, he would have called a counselor. He would be actively pursuing that. But there's no communication or conversation about that.
Janelle sees through it all, but she humors him. Anyway, so she has a new apartment and Cody comes over and sees Savannah. I guess he is putting in a little more time, spending time with his daughter, Savannah. I don't know if that's just like that's his way of trying, because realizing, moms love their kids, and maybe that's the way, they say to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, the way to a mom is through their kids. Treat their kids right. You can maybe make headway with the mom. Maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know. It is his kid. You'd think he'd have like natural feeling anyway to want to spend time with her, but we don't know what kind of natural feeling he has as a father, so we can't count on that. Anyway, it was awkward in there. They're just kind of making small talk around the little kitchen, talking about freaking countertops. So much mention of countertops in this episode. I'm just like, what? Why so much talk about countertops? But we'll get to that again later. But anyway, it's just awkward, and it's painfully obvious to Cody, this.
I'm looking at this apartment. I'm like, it's really obvious to me I'm never going to live in it.
And it's funny, Cody asked Janelle straight up, like, why can't we reconcile? Because in his brain, he doesn't understand any reason why they can't, other than she's completely lost feeling for him. But other than that.
I asked Janelle once, hey, what is it? Why can't we reconcile? Let's try and reconcile. Why can't we? Well, I don't know what your relationship with Robin and Mary are, but I'm just not interested in being involved in with those people. And that's sad, because that's the deal we made about plural marriage.
Yeah, Janelle says basically the perfect answer for why they can't reconcile, and Cody has no rebuttal to this because you can't argue with this, is she doesn't want to have a relationship with Mary and Robin. So kind of case closed. That's a wrap. There's nowhere to go from there, and Cody knows it. But he claims he's just going to keep asking her for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe she'll have a weak moment and cave and say, yes, Cody, I need your six-pack abs back. Please, come back into my life. I don't want to live without my friend with benefits. Ew. But Janelle's definitely got at least one big foot out the door. And she still talks about wanting to build on this land, which to me says she's still kind of in it, but then she says she'll build and just have fences up. Like, why would you want to build next to this situation? Like, go build somewhere else. But says this about Cody.
I don't know if Cody will ever get his poop in a group and build out there. So maybe they build, maybe they don't, but guess what? There's such a thing as a really good high fence, and we can put those between the property. So I don't even have to interact with them.
I have never heard that expression. Okay, I kind of get what it means, and I agree. Who knows about that land, if it's ever going to get paid off, but I have never heard that expression. Don't see myself working that into my lingo anyway. But anyway, let's press on. Let's just move on to Christine, who is living her best life. She is so friggin' happy.
No, I don't feel old. I feel fantastic. I feel great. I love being single.
The sweetest revenge is just being happy, moving on and being happy, and she's getting her revenge. Anyway, Christine's having a 50-year birthday party, inviting her crew. less Robin and her kids, which to me, I wish she could have invited at least Robin's kids, you know, because, you know, that would have been really nice. I think it could have worked. That would have been fine. Those kids aren't going to start with a big blowout fight in the middle. As long as Robin and Cody aren't there, it would have been fine. She should have done that. But whatever, it's her party. She can do what she wants. You know, she ain't calling me for advice, you know. But it's something. So McKelty, her daughter, is having twins, and she actually called Robin first to tell her the news, saying she needed like some advice about morning sickness or something like that. I don't know. But I was really impressed with Christine. I mean, that's when you love your kid, because I think a typical mom's reaction to that would be jealousy. That, wait a second, I'm your mom. Why didn't you call me first? But she was like okay with her calling her, and was just kind of like, that's McKelty. If she wants to call her, she gets to call it. Like, I was like, wow, that's when you really love your kids and you want the best interests of them first before your own, which is really hard to get to because you always want what you want. But anyway, props to Christine for that, unless it was just for TV. Now let's just move on to Mary. And I have to just say, this year has been the most airtime Mary has ever gotten in an episode. I mean, I don't know if it's just a slow news day over there, but I really don't care. But, you know, here we are. We're going to talk about Mary for a bit. She's cutting down big tall trees in her yard, in case you're wondering. Again, we have countertop conversation, and I really don't care. That's the second countertop conversation in this episode. But she's building this carriage house and fixing it up and doing all the things. That's terrific. I really don't care. So we learn Mary's a control freak. Obviously not about her relationship with Cody, because she had absolutely zero control there. But in every other way, she's a control freak, we are told. That's terrific. And she's controlling her situation over there, building up this carriage house and all the things, making all the decisions with, you know, the square and the round, and we don't care. We don't care. But Mary has a decision to make, because just now, after all this time, everyone else is no, but she actually realizes her marriage is over and she doesn't know what to do. And we're seeing that she's actually kind of going, wow. And we saw a little motion from her that maybe she actually might do the right thing and think of herself first and get the hell out of Dodge and just start living her life and be done with this nonsense.
Screw him. He's not worth it.
Well, enough about Mary's reconstruction and stuff over there. We get a little insight from Robin where she wonders, you know, she sees that Mary had these great, Robin sees that she has this really great fun relationship with her friend over there, her BFF as she calls her. And Robin's like, God, I wish we could have had that fun kind of light relationship.
I wish that like Mary and I could be more light, like her and Jen are with each other. I really do. But I know that the role that we have with each other is sort of consoling each other and helping each other through that trauma that we've gone through.
And even Mary admits their relationship's kind of like heavy and just kind of like supportive. Is it just me, or does Robin, she has like no life in her. Like, I don't even detect like the remotest sense of humor. And if you don't have a sense of humor, I cannot get along with you, because that's what saves you in life. She is such a dud. She just always looks like she's just like on her last legs between either finished crying or gonna start crying soon. She is just miserable. Like, she is not someone that you gravitate towards for a good time. She does not look like a good time. I don't get it, but she's upset that she doesn't have those relationships with other people. Does Robin have any friends? I don't know. I'd love to see her kick it back with a girlfriend. I can't imagine it. But anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic here. But I'm just gonna end on this one. You know, Mary, I guess Cody wanted, they had these big old trees on her property, the property on the Parowan property, and she didn't want to cut them down. She wanted to cut them down, but Cody wanted them to stay up. Why? He has a feeling about the trees and nothing else. I don't even give a shit. They don't talk. Why? Where is he inserting his 2 cents on these trees? But anyway, Cody wanted them to stay up, and Mary decided to cut them down. And we get this insightful ending comment from Mary.
Now that the trees are down, it's not as bad as I expected it to be. It's really not. It's weird. It's not what I feared. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Do we detect a little double meaning there? We sure do. Mary, cut your ties, move on. You'll get over it. We're tough. We figure it out and you move on. I think she's starting to realize it, and she's... But anyway, that was my recap. I follow this nonsense every week. And if you want to follow along with me, please subscribe. See you next week. Bye.